Hi, today I'm going to show you how to do what I would consider organic quilting. The lines are going to be sort of wavy, very natural. We're not going to use a walking foot. I do just have a standard foot on the machine, and I also have the feed dogs enabled so they're not dropped like free motion quilting. You're going to start in the middle of your quilt and you're just going to do a line. I have my stitch length at about 2.4. And as you're stitching, you can take your hands and just slowly move them to the sides. And it creates a nice gentle line. You don't want to jerk the fabric or go extremely fast because then you'll end up with like jagged points. So I'm going to stop, cut, and then I'm going to come back. And you can see I take 1 or 2 stitches on the batting. Just as a personal preference. And then I'm going to go again. And now I have a line right here, so I want to kind of cross that line. So again, gentle movements. Since this is just a small piece of fabric, I'm not using gloves, but if gloves make you feel a little better, you can do that as well. And then I'm going to come to the end, stop, cut, I'm going to go back. So I have like this nice negative space in here that I'd like to add a little bit of a line to. So I'm going to start right here. And I'm actually going to go a little bit like this. And a little bit like that. I do prefer my quilting to be rather dense, so you might not want your marks to be as close as mine are. So this is what we have so far. If you're familiar with the 5 and dime quilt that I made, this was very similar to that. Along with the hexagon bag that I made, that was also similar quilting. And I don't know if you noticed, but I keep sort of going from side to side, starting here or starting here, and I find that it helps me keep the balance of where my sewn lines are going. And you can add more or less waves. Totally up to you, whatever sort of preference you like. The other thing that you can do is you could always do something drastic, where see I'm gonna go all the way over across those lines and then come back. And then maybe a little small one right there. You don't want to fight your feed dogs. Don't pull super hard. You don't want to risk breaking the needle or throwing your machine out of its timing, but you just want to sort of let the feed dogs pull the fabric, but with your hands slowly curve it and just get a nice feeling to it. Again, you can use gloves, totally up to you, and you can do your lines further or closer depending on the feeling that you want your quilt to have. So I'm going to do one more just to show you. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Just nice and easy. After I do a few lines, if I'm working on a larger quilt, I do like to lay it down on the floor or hang it outside on the fence just to get an idea of areas that maybe need a little bit more quilting, or maybe there's a row that I should really pick out. So you can see how this looks. If you do have a spot that has, you know, a point in it, or you've skipped a stitch or something, don't worry, because when you do wash it, you won't be able to see it. And like the saying goes, you know, don't worry, it will quilt out. You will be totally fine. So this is just an idea of some organic style quilting. And there you go. I hope you liked it.